Nova Online has progressed from watermarking his TikToks to the point of deep frying them, to now threatening to sue those who he claims are stealing his content. If you're aware of the fella, you've seen people like Chin Universe, Saturated Content, or Leaping Lemur have really been getting on the Chomo's nerves more than usual as of late. This frustration that's been building has really been presenting itself in the progressive, or really more the degenerative nature of these watermarks, because as lukewarm and uninteresting as Nova's content and opinions are, the videos go on to get even more unwatchable, to the point that some commenters thought the videos were from satire or parody accounts at first glance. The first instance of this goofy watermarking made its appearance in the Dr. Pepper beef jerky review video.
I find the strangest products at my local 7-Eleven. Today, we've got Dr. Pepper beef jerky. If you're a longtime fan, you guys know how much I love Dr. Pepper. And, ooh, not too bad on the sodium and sugars.
Oh boy, were all the Nova fans quivering with excitement and anticipation for this review, considering the only 10 out of 10 review Nova ever gave on any of the mass amounts of garbage he's constantly eating was, of course, on some Dr. Pepper. So the tension was real. Nova, of course, couldn't let any of the mass amounts of views he would surely get from this review, being known as the Dr. Pepper lover that he is, so he put this fat old watermark on his video to ensure he'd receive credit for it. He's extremely concerned that this guy archiving all his content, reposting it, along with commentary channels like mine or Saturated or something, are putting a huge dent in the money this big body deserves. Though, I really don't think Nova would understand this next point of like why this couldn't be the case. 99% of those watching Chin Universe or any of the commentary channels aren't there to just get Nova's reaction to eating fucking Dr. Pepper beef jerky or something, or to get a little, fake weight loss journey update. They're watching for the commentary on the weird shit he gets up to, or maybe to follow along to whatever Chomova's getting up to without increasing his views. Either way, no one watching any quote-unquote stolen content belonging to the one and only Novine universe would be supporters of his, or even like him anyway, so this whole debacle of wanting to sue because they're making money off him is bonkers. It's fair use anyways, Moving forward though, we do have a handful of these watermarked vids after the jerky, where maybe the placement became a little more obnoxious, but still easy to edit out. I can't see anyone who would really be stealing this content to pass off as their own or anything though, with the quality he has on display. If you've seen any of his reviews, they're all just nothing burgers of a little greaseball calling food good and bad, with little to no knowledgeable input, ignoring the fact he has fairly backwards preferences and eats mostly, if not only, fast food or gas station food, mostly on display with this review.
Trying Papa John's brand new Papa Dipper pizza. We're not going to try the garlic sauce. We all know what it tastes like. So let's start off with the garlic hot honey. Never mind, the first ingredient in that is corn syrup. So we're going to try it with this hot honey. Now let's try it with the diluted shit. Oh yeah. The first one is so much better. Like, the first one is made with
Oh, would you look at that? The frustration and anger is building here. You see that, you guys? He's sick and tired of people stealing his videos for profit. They couldn't possibly be adding anything of value to his already perfect content. Don't get him angry. He might throw his pacifier at you guys. This description or video title or whatever, this part on a TikTok, whatever it's called though, is the first realization Nova has that the little watermark idea isn't really working as intended. If anything, it's given people yet another thing to talk and laugh about. Certainly not stopping any of this alleged video theft that's going on. Now this next video, I want you guys to pay close attention for me, because he may not display it here, but underneath this next video is where Chomova decides to ask for some legal advice. Not to Google, not a trusted adult, not a lawyer, not even fucking Gemini or ChatGPT, but to the kind users of TikTok.
Some of you may know me as the Monster Review Guy. And yeah, Monster released a new flavor. So I'm gonna go back to my vintage video ways and try out Ultra Wild Passion Monster Energy. Damn, it's really been that long since I've did a Monster review? Damn. But hey. Just crack it open, let's give it a sniff test. Passion fruit. And the carbonation made my nostrils burn a little bit. Alright, enough talking. Check out Novacord Paracord. Let's try this out. Diboja. That's really good. I just about finished that whole damn thing. It's really good, but not as good as some other flavors I've had, like Pipeline Punch and Mango Loco. I also like that it's not too carbonated, because some things that are too carbonated tend to make my stomach hurt a little bit. So, yeah.
Can I sue someone for making money off my videos? Before we get into that, I know his ass is lying about that monster. All monsters smell like nothing but battery acid and harsh chemicals. But no, Nova, all the fellas that he's so angry about using videos of his to make parody content or commentary or what have you, at least the most prominent ones, they all fall under fair use since all their content is for the most part pretty transformative. You see, he's just losing his marbles over the constant coverage of them. He just can't take it, grasping for straws to anything really that could possibly lead to getting back at his detractors. That's when the chome just lets it all boil over in the following video.
I'm gonna try to chug an entire Starry without burping. I've seen the Sprite challenges, but I wanted to try it with Starry. Let's get to it.
That's right. Completely unedited, straight from his TikTok, he went ahead and completely blurred himself or any semblance of content he was making and made it fucking entirely watermark. Like, this video is 80% just his TikTok handle, and it's really all you can focus on. He's just gone completely mad. I can really even believe the effort he put into this one when I first saw it, you know? Like, Nova's kind of known for being way too lazy to do even a second take of his 2-minute long TikToks, leaving in all sorts of burps, farts, sniffles, and whatever. So it blew my mind that the guy would go through the trouble of typing this much. But then in the description, the guy frames it like, oh, he's so over this. He just had to get to this point. It's not even his fault, really. He just had to stop his videos from being stolen, guys. Like, no, dude. For one, this is a fairly goofy overreaction. And two, this stopped absolutely no one from using these videos. It would only take Nova another video with this interesting watermarking strategy to realize this attempt to keep people from reposting his videos was futile, and the other people were inevitably going to use his content to talk about him. That gets us to his most recent post. Maybe trying to farm some sympathy points as usual, I'm not sure, but he goes, "Hey all, I'm taking a small break from my mental health. I don't want to force myself to post after all the shit I've gone through over the past week." Whining about this past week like he's gone through any sort of hardship in his life, when, as we saw, all he did was get frustrated at his trolls, eat a lot of food, and sit around his dirty room all day. Mostly the usual of what the guy gets up to. Don't even feel bad for him about being all depressed like this either, because it's all a ploy. He's trying to make people feel bad and console him. Just keep in mind, this guy's been caught multiple times being extremely weird with those underage. If you're still worried about him though, he also farms sympathy points talking about his supposed unaliving attempt, as he calls it, which
I haven't been okay since the incident. Today I tried to unalive myself.
really just consisted of squeezing his wrist really hard until it turned a slightly different color and then stopped. He's a faker is my point. That just about does it. That just about does it for the goofy shit Jamova has been getting up to, though, threatening some beloved content creators with lawsuits, losing his mind with the damn watermarks, and taking a little mental health break because his life is oh so very stressful. I appreciate you fellas for sticking around for the whole thing, though. I recommend any one of these content creators if you want to know more about the Stova that is Stova, about the story that is Nova Online, by the way. Thanks for watching. Later, grubbas.
Oh no, not the server! The server got nuked!